Can a tiny tractor move a broken home? Today I'm asking around for help and a massive favor. It's the nerve-wracking reality of the days leading up to Sophie's departure for repair. But amidst the stress of logistics and worrying about where I rest my head when she's gone, I found something I didn't know I needed. The power of movement. Stick around until the end, because I need to show you how I'm processing all of this. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Here's the thing, I'm chewing gum because even though I said in the previous video like I'm gonna be excited instead of anxious, whenever I get stressed I start biting the insides of my cheeks, so I've been trying to eat gum to prevent that from happening. In the last video I talked about trying to stay positive and we're gonna get things done and we're going to have Sophie fixed. Now today's Tuesday and it's around 3 o'clock now, I think. My video is just coming out for my members. I'm really excited. We're just coming back from our walk. We're walking in the woods for our midday walk. And then there's a package going to arrive soon. And in that package is going to be a tow cable. I think that's the right word. Because Guus and I are going to see if his little tractor, which is like a sit lawnmower, is a really cool thing. I love driving that thing. We're going to see if that little tractor thingy, it's really tiny, can tow the van. If it's capable of towing the van, we're going to tow the van, hopefully turn it around, maybe, because it's going to get warm, but also the mice are just all over the van. It's going crazy. Maybe we can turn it around, put it in a different spot where it's easier for us to tow it again. And then on Thursday morning, so in 2 days, it needs to be on the side of the road to be picked up. And then they're going to take Sophie. And okay, I'm excited about that. So what I need to do is decide if I'm going to stay in the barn shed thing with a in a little tent that I borrowed from my friend, or if I'm going to have my parents pick me up and I'm going to stay at their house. But the thing is, it's going to take around 10 days or so. They said like 8 work days, but they're picking her up on Thursday. So that's already going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I think I'm going to have almost 10 to 11 days without Sophie. Or if they're going to be super fast, then not. But I don't really know. I think it's going to be like 10 days. Maybe not, because they already have the engine. They're already working on it. Now somebody just commented under my video saying like, did they did a compression test because it could also be something else? And I'm like, I don't know what we did. We checked all sorts of things. I was there when we were checking it. I don't know if they checked the compression. I have no idea. But I think that if they're going to do this and they see that, can they do it before? I don't know. I'm just trusting everyone that does have knowledge, because I don't. And I don't really know what to do now. So let's just trust them. Hopefully everybody knows what they're doing. And I don't have to worry about a compression test or them. Because that would mean that they're going to fix the engine when it's not even broken. Something else is broken. But I think they'll find out. I don't know. I have no idea. It would be horrible if that's the case. Anyway, so then I have to set up the tent. Make like a little kitchen area. But there's lots of mice in the shed, so then I need to make sure that they can't get on my food and everything. But we could stay there. Could be fun. Could be a whole adventure. It's gonna be good weather. Might be a little bit cool at night, but there's like electricity and I have a little heater. Could be fun. I could also just go lounge inside of a house, but it's in a very busy area, which is not so much fun for me. So I don't really know. But let's go see if the package has arrived. And if we can actually tow the van with this little tractor thing, because that would be amazing. Okay, I'm a little bit tired actually. So, like the day the van broke down and we got her here, mice moved in. There's a whole video about that on my member section. Go check it out. Anyway, every day it's not been raining, which has basically been every day. The hood has been open, or the bonnet. Somebody said bonnet. The bonnet has been open. Every evening I drizzle peppermint oil and all sorts of smelly stuff like tiger balm on little cotton pads all over, all in there. They're all in there. Also, I put the van on mesh, which doesn't do anything. I was sitting here with my friend the other day. A little baby mouse just came, beep, 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 jump, just went straight on there. I was like, okay, so that doesn't work. But there's all sorts of stuff that I put everywhere. But because we're going to try and tow her, I need to get everything out. So I'm going to do that now. I need to go get everything out. And then I don't think I'm going to put her back on the mesh. I've been looking into options, and a thing that I saw, which I don't really know how to do that, but was like some sort of metal, which was just a sheet, and it had Velcro, and you could just put it around the tire, and it's too slippery for the mice to get onto. But they can just dig under it, right? I don't know. But anyway, I've been looking into that, but maybe the best solution is just to get back out there on the road. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get all the stuff out of here. Let's make her movable again. Let's make sure that if we can tow her, that she can move. Let's do it. So here you can see. Yesterday I cleaned a lot in here because I also saw that the mice, they leave traces of pee, and there was some food residue and stuff. So I made sure that I took that all out with a vacuum cleaner, and I used St. Mark, which is like to clean for before you want to paint, because it's like a degreaser and it smells fresh. I also have these on here because the mice chewed on there, but I think I can leave these for now. There's also one over here because the mice were chewing that. This thing, I can leave it here for now, but I'm going to take it off before the van gets picked up. I ordered 2 new ones, 2 better ones, probably. They also chewed this. Little assholes. I don't know why they want to destroy everything, because this is not good stuff for them, right? How could that be? This is not good for them. And I put wool all over, all outside in the area, in the surroundings of the barn, because I thought, here, take some wool. But they're not getting it. They're not taking it. But I had put in... They stopped smelling so fast. I put these out yesterday. And this looks maybe really dirty. It's like earwax. This is a tiger balm, which really smells very bad when it's fresh. So it has been helping. It has been working a little bit. I'm trying to get them to stay out of my car, but they won't. And now it's on my hands. Okay, I just made a mess. So I tried to use whatever we had at hand, which was this, to make it less easy for them to get into the wheels, but I don't think it really did anything. The only thing the mesh did do that's under the tires is it helped to prevent the wheels from sagging into the first floor. So that's a good thing, because sometimes if the van has been parked up somewhere for a little while, the wheels get into like a little dent. But especially now that we have to tow her, it's good that she doesn't like go further into the ground. Yes, so let's do the other wheel that I had sort of barricaded. Okay, so this is his cute little tractor thing, which is really tiny. But, especially in comparison to the van, it's so tiny. But, I used to have I don't know what the word is. It was like a little housey that I was living in. And Guus actually got it from all the way over the next property and brought it here with this little thing, which I didn't think could pull anything. He said the only thing is that he doesn't know if he has enough traction, because he's gonna go onto here probably. And there's like a slight chance that we can pull it all the way over there, but I have to go in between trees, which is kind of difficult. But best way would be to get out the way I came in. And then we're kind of checking to see if we can move it. And if we can, I think I want to put her over here, which is going to be a hassle with the horse. But I'll just tell Guus I'm going to help him get the horse in and out. There's a car coming. Why is that? Why is there a car coming? That's strange. Maybe it's the mailman. It was the mail lady. Wait, I have to change the light. It was the mail lady. She just... Perfect timing. You know what I've actually noticed? When I'm standing here under the tree in this light, it looks like I'm standing in front of a green screen. Is it coming out? I was looking at, there was another shot in a different video. This looks like a green screen, doesn't it? It's not. Look. It's not a green screen, but somehow this lighting, I don't know, this looks weird. Don't you think so? Maybe I'm just overreacting. Anyway, yeah, let's see. Okay, so first thought, this looks old. This looks really old. But that probably doesn't make a difference in stuff like this. We're going to use it anyway because we don't have anything else. But this looks super old. And it says, stand upright. This is a nice tow rope with special processing procedure. It can absorb. It can absorb. It can absorb towing jerks and reduce the vibration of two cars to the lowest during towing. The fluorescent color makes it safer while being used at night. The forged hook with safety latch can prevent it from falling off the car and make it easier to take off or put on. It can help to tow your beloved car away from the place where it breaks down. My beloved car. Yeah, it's my beloved car. Anyway, it looks super old, especially with this on it. 5 ton. It's made in China. It's 4 meters. It can tow 5 ton. I got this one because this can tow up to 5,000 kilos and Sophie's about 3,200. I don't know. I recently saw a video of a man who jumped out of a plane to test an Amazon parachute. He had a different parachute with him, but the Amazon parachute just gave out instantly. And he was showing everybody how that sucks. Okay. So this, okay. But we're not gonna go across the road now, this time. I'm just gonna stay on the property. Okay, so now I need to get my friend. 3rd time towing. I'm over this. I don't like this. It's gonna be even, it's not even the last time we're gonna be towing. But yeah, okay, let's just get set up. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so I just got a call. Frame it, Kim, frame it. The camera's not straight. So I just got a call from the people who are going to go and get Sophie. And I was very happy that he called me right now as I'm trying to tow her and everything, because I was talking to him and I asked him, he wanted to know what size she was so he knew what type of hanger to bring. I'm trying to be very positive, but my dad went to the company and he's very excited about them. But my experience so far has been that there's too many people involved and they're all not communicating, and I don't like that. But anyway, he asked me, he said, yeah, because she still starts, right? I'm like, no, her crankshaft is broken. He was like, oh. He said, oh, because I don't have an electrical towing thing. I'm like, okay. He's like, are you there to help? I'm like, yeah, but I won't be able to push her onto anything. So I don't know how he's going to do it. Maybe he has a thing that you just go like this. I don't know how he's going to get her on her. But he said, yeah, maybe I'll just bring someone to help. Anyway, okay. I don't know how he's going to get her onto anything if he doesn't have anything electrical to help him. But, and hopefully they're not going to damage her or anything. But why I was happy he called me is because I've been talking to the people and I told them, like, where do I need to put her? And he said she needs to be on the road. And I said I can put her in a meadow, which gives him more workspace to get her onto the thing, and he can just drive out of the meadow straight onto the road and go away. It's easier than we live. What's this? Gross. You know what that is? Tiger balm. Okay, I'm back. I cleaned it. It's gross. It's on my shirt. It's gross. Anyway, that was gross. So I asked him, like, can I put her in the meadow, and then you can just drive into the meadow, go straight around, get in front of her, and then try and get her on there, and then you have all the space to work. And then he said, oh yeah, no, that's better. I was like, okay, thank God. And then he said, as long as I don't get stuck. I was like, get stuck? It's dry. We're in a drought. I said it's sand ground, so it's always, even in wintertime, you can drive on it with a car, but it's so dry. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. That's so funny. We've been struggling with the drought. If you want to put a shovel in the ground at the moment, it's so hard. So yeah, I don't think he'll get stuck. As long as his tires have traction to get away. But I think if he can drive on a sand road, he can drive into the meadow. I asked my dad if we can tow Sophie backwards, because I was thinking maybe she can't go backwards, which is horrible because she can't go in that direction too. But he said, yeah, you can tow her backwards. So the hooks that are on the thing, I'm not using those because we're towing with a tow thing onto another tow thing. Let me show you. So I put it like this, which might make this a super tight knot, but otherwise this is going to have sideways pressure. It's not made for this. It's made for straight ahead pressure. So we're going to do it like this, because this is attached differently. The tiny hook is not attached onto all the metal, it's just with the bolt, so that's not strong enough. So this is the way we're going to try it. If it's not working, I'm going to go to the neighbor who has a tractor. Let's just go ask my friend to come and tow. I'm scared, but I'm excited. I have all the anxious hormones in my body, but I'm just faking that it's fun. It's so much fun doing this all the time. I'm so happy about all of this. This is such a life experience. You know, I'm just learning how to tow her backwards, forwards. Yeah, I'm just learning all the things. Just making it be fun. Just so much fun. Okay, so I'm not having fun, but I'm having fun. Let's just try and make this fun. Let's just have my body think that this is all fun. If you're watching this, you're like, she's so manic. She's so crazy. No, I'm just trying to make my body think everything's fun, if it's not. Okay, let's go ask my friend if he wants to help me, please. That did not work, which I think is hilarious, because when he said, oh, we can try it with my little tractor, I said, I don't think that'll work. And he's like, yeah, no, it's a strong thing, but it doesn't get any grip on the ground. But it was so funny because I told you so. But he didn't listen. Anyway, I'm gonna go ask the neighbor who lives over there, because he has a big ass tractor, and ask him if he would like to, if he can maybe help me. And if he won't do it, if he doesn't want to do it or can't do it, there's somebody who has his tractor parked on his property that I can call and ask for help. But It'll be easiest if he can do it. And then we're gonna tow her into the meadow tonight. And then hopefully that'll be okay. Anyway, let's go ask the neighbor. Okay, so I went to the neighbor and I felt so bad. But they're so friendly here, they're so helpful. But because I'm asking them as a neighbor, but I'm of course not their neighbor. Who's just their neighbor? But anyway, he was so friendly. I asked him, like I told him the situation. I said, could you please come and help me tow it? And he was like, do I need to come now? Because he just got home. I was like, no, it needs to be done like Thursday morning. And he was like, oh, I'll come tomorrow at 6. Which is perfect, because then I have tomorrow all day to create. If I'm gonna stay here, I have tomorrow all day to create a little nook for us to stay in the shed. And then when he comes in the evening, we can just tow her in there and I can just sleep over there. I think that's best case. That does mean that it's the last night in the van, I think. I think that's what that means. Okay. Smile and just make everything be nice. But now I have to go into a Zoom. So I'll check in with you guys later. I wonder if the light is good. Ah, Bobby-chan. So, it's now Tuesday evening, and I just went for a last walk with the dogs, and I phoned the company back that contacted me this afternoon because I was too unsure about what they were going to do, because they said, oh, bring someone else and it's going to be okay. And I was thinking, no, it's not going to be okay. She's my van, she's my house. We can't push her onto some sort of hanger. And also, everything needs to happen like thorough. Like, I don't want her to like fall off on the highway or whatever. This needs to happen thorough. So I called him back. And I asked him, like, hey, what's the plan? Because she's a 3,200 kilo van. We won't be able to push her and whatever. And he said, no, we're renting a different trailer. And I think I said hanger now, but that's okay. He said, we're renting a different trailer which has an electric leer thing. That's like the rope that goes like... Zzz. He said it's going to be fine. He said we've got lots of experience with this. So that was very reassuring. But yeah, sometimes these things just really get me off guard. And I was talking to someone and the feedback was, you just need to communicate very clear. And I got so upset because I communicate super clear, but people just don't decode it clear. And these things just get me sometimes, because that's the thing that autistic people get a lot, that they say you need to communicate more clear. That's not the issue. I am communicating clear. If you tell me we'll get the car onto the trailer and I say we won't be able to push it with just 2 people, and you ignore it, which they did not, but it looked like they did, then I'm not the one that's not communicating, you're the one that's not listening. So these things frustrate me so much. I was thinking today about where I was going to stay, because on one hand I have this tiny tent which I can set up in the shed, which could be fun. But on the other hand, I was thinking my things are clean, and if I put it in the shed, which is really fun, I think I could be very comfortable sleeping there. There's so many mice in there, and they could get in my things. And if they start peeing all over my things, my fridge and everything, and then later I put it back in the van, that there's a chance that I'm going to attract mice into the van because my stuff is covered in mice pee, if I won't be able to keep them off of my stuff. And also, there's a chance that they're going to be away for 10 days, that my van is going to be away for 10 days. But there's also a chance she's going to be away for a shorter amount of time. But for sleeping on the floor for 10 days, I don't know if my back is going to be okay with that. So I thought, oh, I'll go to my parents. My dad will be kindly enough to pick me up. So I'm not sure what to do, because I was now thinking like, oh, I'll just go to my parents' house, and I wouldn't know what to do there, but I'll just have a house and I'll have a bath available. I can take a bath. And if it's gonna get hot, yeah, the only thing is, if it's gonna get hot, we won't really be able to go for walks there because there's no shade. My dog's gonna hey Pilucha, hello. My dogs can only go for a walk in the morning and then like later in the day, because it's too hot during the day. It's incredibly hot there when the sun is out.
It's way better here. So, and I do think we're going to get hot days again. But I think it's going to be 36 degrees. It's going to be hot in the shed as well. I'm just not sure. Because it feels like fun to go into the shed in the tent. But at the same time, that feels like such a hassle and such... And if I don't like it, then I'm in there. And my parents said, oh, if you don't like it, we'll pick you up. Yeah, but what about my mattress and all my stuff? It's going to be in the shed. I won't leave it there unattended because the mice are going to have a feast. So it's either I go in there or I leave. The other, I could also like get a hotel or something, but there's no funds for that. I don't have the funds, and also if I did have the funds, the repair of the van is so expensive. I don't want to add anything to that. That's so expensive already. I don't want to make it like 400 euros more. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to keep my smile on. I'm trying to stay positive. But I don't like any of this. I'm just trying to stay so happy. But I hate all of it. But I'm just trying to fool myself into being happy. Oh my God. I went to an aesthetic dance party Saturday. My friend invited me. Thank you, Britta. It was so much fun. I had never gone to an ecstatic dance party before. And now I'm thinking maybe I should just get an ecstatic dance sound in my ears and just dance here in the sunlight. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think that's a good plan actually. And just because I'm actually kind of sad and I'm just feeling so many emotions and I think I just need to dance them out. I think I'm going to do that. I think that's a good plan. Let's do that.
They say that moving your body helps you move through your emotions. And right now, there's so much to process. These are my last nights here with my sweet Sophie before she goes. And it's scary and it's uncertain, but I'm choosing to trust the journey. Next week, we say our final goodbyes as the transport arrives. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.